everyone, and welcome to Active Citizens Parliament. Today is another day, and we are glad for the people who are celebrating, our brothers and sisters, the Muslim brothers and sisters. We thank God for your lives and the celebration of Salah. So we felicitate with you guys, as the case might be. So today, we want to, dive into a very short discussion on the trending news of Nyesom Wike's by. Well, a lot of people have reached out to us at Active Citizens Parliament to discuss this issue and find out whether it is true or false. And we did a whole lot of fact-checking, cutting across different platforms, websites, and online platforms. So, and we decided that it's about time that we come out, to let our viewers know. Most people, I thank you for reaching out, trying to bring our own opinion and, of course, relying on our own information. However, these are the reactions of our people who are actually, deliberating on these very issues. And the fact check, of course, in a short while, we will come to that. But let me start with what brought about this conversation yesterday, coming from Omataya Williams. So the reactions that will follow this is that I hope Wike is alive, Omataya tweeted, and I do not wish death upon any man. However, the last time I saw Nigerians jubilant over the news of a Nigerian's death was when Abacha died. Dear at Governor Wike, if you are indeed alive, take this moment as an opportunity to reflect on what the world might say about you in death. Re-evaluate your life. This is coming from Omo Toyo Williams. And there are a whole lot of reactions. But before I take the reaction of Nigerians, I want to introduce somebody who is here in the studio with me. I have Prince Paul, a constituent of Oka Federal Constituency. Very, very precise in Oka South residing. And I think a kingsman of the honorable member representing Oka North and South in the House of Representatives. That is Leon Orobu. All right. So, Prince Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you very
much.
much.
Now, let's get to the reaction of the people before we come back to the studio to have a discussion on this, before we get to the issues that are resonating from the constituency about the non-challenge nature of your representative, of our representative, so to speak. But let's get to the reaction of Nigerians on Nyesom Wike first. So the reactions, we have this one coming from Aaron, who clearly said that, did you know how many people Wike has sent to their early graves due to unpaid salaries of over 6 years when he was a governor? That is ultimate punishment for those who see themselves as demigods because of political privilege. You're all saying, I don't wish death upon any man. Are you saying so to be politically correct? But deep down in your heart, you are saying it should happen. No, they lie to yourself. Due to this greed, Tinubu became president, forcefully grabbed people's properties and investments. At Governor Wike has no cordial relationship with his own father because his death determines the man he became when he started politics. Well, that is the opinion and reaction of Aaron, who goes on as Chukwuemeka AA. Let's take another reaction from Ayenla Oluwamayowa, who said, "Death will be mercy for him and all those that have destroyed this country. I want them to suffer. All the elements of nature should turn against them. They will find death and not see it, and will live long life. Amen." This is coming from Ayenla_Mayowa 1. A lot of reactions from Nigeria. And again, let's take one more before we come back to the studio to do this. We have this one from Amara, who said that was excellent advice for everyone reading this message to Wike. Whilst it is good to promote healthy discussions aimed at providing solutions and guiding the less informed people under your leadership, engaging in power struggle that disregard the well-being and prosperity of the populace is ultimately a meaningless fight. As you at Governor Wike reflect on your actions, I hope you'll find the grace to make the right choices and create a legacy that won't haunt Wike as he did Abacha's. Yes. Now let's come back to, these are the reaction from people. We're just going to take a few because one don't want this video to be long. So back to the studio. Prince Paul, let's start with this very Wike's issue. Yeah. Your take on Wike. We have done a fact check across different platforms, and we've come to the conclusion that Wike, there's no way Wike had been pronounced to be dead, and that is it. But most Nigerians seems to be jubilating, and like Omotayo said, the last time we saw Nigerians jubilating over the death of somebody has to do with when Abacha died. But something I want you to know also is that right now Abacha seems to be somebody that Nigerians seem to be calling a good person after his death. You understand? So what is your take on this, on people jubilating when there is no factual evidence that Wike is dead? What is your take on that?
Thank you very much. Naturally, it is unfair for somebody to jubilate when somebody is dead.
Good.
Because the death has to do with some relatives who are not feeling happy about it. So at the same time, in every rumor, there must be some element of truth, like I know. Maybe he's not well, maybe there's something else. But I know the rumor don't just come up. Yeah, the story is actually that he went on some sort of an event and collapsed on the event, and then he was later taken to France, and then in France, then this alleged death, now occurred. So I believe that having gone through the whole platforms, there's no credible report suggesting that Nyesom Wike, though there's circulating evidence of Wike's video in a Salah distance. But I guess with all what is coming out, some suggest it's an old video, and some are saying it's not an old video. But if Wike, today is a Monday, and Wike usually goes to his office, and we tried reaching out to the office of Wike, and the people around there say Wike never showed up. So like Prince Paul said, in everything there might be an element of truth. And Niger, we know say, where fire are they, smoke must come out. So make we just they take them like that, they go. You know go tell, you know go even reach tomorrow or next tomorrow, waiting for 8 hours, we go near waiting really happen. But for now, there is no authentic report, credible report suggesting that Nyesom Wike dead. And I will tell you our position here, we wish him well. Because Paul, there are sometimes you say, let your enemy live long to see what will become of you in the future. What's your take? I believe that maybe if Wike should live for some time, maybe he will see his action and then repent.
But we want him to live more so that he will see Nigeria prosper.
Of course.
And see the damage he might have created in Rivers State. And having created that in Rivers State does not mean that he's creating those things in every other state in Nigeria.
Of course, even this rumor coming at this particular time is good. When Wike survives, he will now look back and look front and know what people will say or saying about him. Wow. That will help him to amend his ways. That need be.
Yeah, I also understand that Wike has his way with media. I mean, he has all of them within his payrolls. He could call channels and all of that and have that. So, well, there might be some sort of something that is within there. But really, we should wish him to be well. We need to see that Nigeria actually worked. You understand? And that Rivers State in particular had peace after him while he's alive, so that he can see that the people of Rivers State will tell him while he's alive that they are in peace. Babangida, we know he annulled the election that June 12th, and he's alive today. So, and we're happy he's alive, and he's seeing that there's democracy finally came into Nigeria, and Nigeria is moving towards a real democracy. that is what we'll be looking up to. All right, thank you very much. I think we'll leave that at that place. Declare the air. The fact remains that there's no credible report suggesting that Nyesom Wike has spied. There is no credible information. Every other person who is shouting out there is simply probably trying to get people views, attention, and all of that. So thank you very much. That is as much as we can take. We will keep you updated by tomorrow to see how that works out. Then let's go to the next thing we have today, which is what brought you to the studio actually. Last week, we had a show wherein Lillian Orobu, who happens to be the lawmaker representing Awka South and North Federal Constituency, and you happen to be a constituent of Awka South. And I believe by what you have told me before the show that this is your house and this is the house. So it's like you people are together. You are a prince, which means you are in the town. And I also realized from the information available, known to me and the others, that you're a member of the Constituency Development Committee that was set up by the town's union. And your job as a committee is to synergize with the lawmakers in Anambra State as a whole, especially the one that concerns your constituency, which really an Orobu is, to come into a table, a dialogue on constituency project, which is deemed to be, as she said, 12 projects in 12 months. But what your committee have come up with is that these very projects are not transparently done, that the communities, the towns that you represent does not have any information or details of this. She cited, she did a post on Facebook saying that the constituents are malicious. Let me start with that. What is your reaction for Lillian, who represents you, saying that you are malicious? And not just you, but the constituents of Awka North and South who are calling her out on these constituency projects. So, do you think the constituents are malicious as they are requesting for the details of constituency projects around their area?
Of course, it is unfortunate for a professor to make such a statement. But in actual sense, we are the people who voted him. He asked that he will go and represent us. So for her to come back and make such a statement is unfortunate. But first of all, we are the people, we are the citizens, we are the people.
She sought your vote, yes, and you voted for her.
Voted. So it is her duty to come and give and ask us what we want as per project. And we will list to him what we want, what is our take in the community, what the community lacks. Okay. But sometimes we will see that the project will be brought, and the community will not know exactly where the project is, what the project is all about. Okay. My next question will go like this. In the article that she authored on Facebook, one of the people who responded, Ekene Lois Orobu, whom you have explained to me happens to be the person who is staying at from the husband's side, and of course at the office where you went. Now, you told me that you have visited the constituency office. Can you tell our viewers where her constituency office is located and how for the other constituents to locate her office so that they could go and visit and get details of this constituency project that she has done? Now, with any visitor coming along the road where he said the constituency office will not know exactly where the constituency is, where the constituency office is, in the sense that there were no signposts to show where the constituency should be, and that will be the first sign for somebody who represents us. He will make it completely broad for people to know where the office, so that if somebody has a complaint or somebody has anything, he can come and complain. But there was no such.
So it took you some time to locate the place. There is no signpost, and you also informed me that it's in a family house. It's in a family house. It's not properly situated. However, it's an office. And I think that is enough if that exists as a constituency of it. But my next question is, when you get to that place, today being Monday, that is when you say you visited before coming to the studio. Did you find anybody in that very office who is able to answer to your query?
There was nobody.
Wow. Nobody.
Nobody, no single. Nobody.
But you did mention there was somebody who was outside who pointed to an empty office and then told you guys that the person is not available.
Of course.
But you did collect the phone number, if I suppose. So of course you reach out to them through that. What we are, trying to, bring out here is that Honorable Lilian Orobu, through her Facebook posts, suggested that the constituents can actually seek information through the proper channel. And some of the constituents who watched our parliament the other day decided that they should all go and get information because there are different projects that were cited. The Lois Ekene Orobu, who happens to be is it the brothers, the husband's brother, who actually participated on the program, and on the comment section gave the address at 129 Azikiwe Avenue, which obviously people went to today, only to find out that it's a family house, but though that qualifies as an office. But again, the questions remain that the constituents keeps going to that office to get information that are related to what they are seeking, which is the transparency in project execution, even on implementation of this very project. That is what they seek. Now, let me come back to you, Prince Paul. I recall you told me about the Ezioka Community Primary School, and that is located within the constituency. You witnessed the commissioning of the school, but you were surprised on what the outcome when I said that what was budgeted for rehabilitation of some selected schools in Awka North and South Federal Constituency is 100 million. That is what is in the budget. However, from what you have seen, is the Ekene Lois Orobu, who came on to talk about this, said that there are different schools. There is not just one school that they spent 100 million to do, notwithstanding that the committee is interested in getting all the details. He suggested different other schools within Awka North and South. Have you, aside from the Ezioka Community Secondary School, have you been able to visit the other schools to look at the amount of rehabilitation that has been done in that schools, in those schools?
To Capital School, and one is another one is Ameri Girls, and another one is St. John. But you have not seen anything done there.
Wow.
Nothing whatsoever is going on there. Nothing. And there's a lot of work to be done there. In those schools. In those schools.
So the suggestion that 100 million, not just for the Ezioka school, is for the other school is false.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Well, I'll come back to you viewers again, and I'm talking to the constituencies, the residents, which are obviously the constituents of Awka North and South Federal Constituency, that the project, the rehabilitation of some selected schools, what the Constituency Development Committee so far has unearthed is that the schools that are said to have been commissioned, some of them have not been, because they cited about 12 projects in 18 months. That is coming from Honorable Lilian. Now, nobody is trying to pull anybody down, and nobody is trying to call names here. All what the constituents are requesting, not just from Honorable Lilian, Senator Dr. Victor Ume, and the others who are within the Anambra Central Senatorial District as representative, is simply to come and discuss with them. let them present the issues they are having with this very project so that they can look at the issues that the constituents are having as regarding the transparent nature of these projects. Paul, let me get back to you again. You cited again before we entered the show that you can see some street lights, solar power street lights at some of the places which has pictures of these our representatives. What is your take there? Because you are still looking for answers and she is yet to respond.
Thank you very much. I was wondering when I saw the pictures and it was few of them, but there was no time. The constituency was consulted and was told that this thing is going to, so that we'll be able to put some dark points where those things can be.
Okay, you mentioned to me that aside from her pictures, aside from her pictures there, you wouldn't have known whether these projects are government or state government projects, whether they are local government projects, or it's even individuals, because individuals do this. And most importantly, there is no way you would have known that this is public funds that were used at this very point. Those are some of the things that are brought about. But now again, tell me what your CDC, popularly known as the Constituency Development Committee, what are they now doing to make sure that the projects around Anambra State, constituency projects, are said to be transparently done moving forward?
Now what we are doing now, we want to constitute a subcommittees.
Okay.
In those towns.
In every town.
In every town.
Okay.
So that those committees will now monitor and find out the
locations of these projects. Okay.
That's what we are doing now, and we are doing on very seriously. We are going into that.
Okay.
We have
and I believe that all you are demanding from the House of Representatives member and the Senate, which Senator Victor made, is to come and have a discussion with you to be transparent in all of these projects.
Account of stewardship now.
And let me ask again, because I know you have a whole lot of people, as you said, across the whole towns. Is there anybody who is interested on their seats? Is there anybody who is financing you so that you will take over their seats come 2027?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
This is our own project. This is our own concern. This is the community's concern.
Okay.
This project are for us. So we want to see. We ask them to go out and represent us. So when they bring the committee, when they bring the project, we will have to know. They have to tell us. They have to account for it. That is a stewardship. They will have to tell us what they have done and what they are about to do.
Exactly. Yeah. I think he's right on point. Yes. I don't think there is anything malicious about constituents or citizens demanding for transparency and accountability. You guys are doing it the right way, and I, inclusive, is joining you people strongly. I'll be talking about it every day. Wherever you see those things, I expect that your subcommittees will talk about them, and we continue taking them on. There is no relenting until they come to the discussion table with the constituents on the details concerning these very projects. For example, the Ezoko Community Secondary School that we're talking about is simply to bring the details and show to the town, because it is the community that own the school. It is the community that own the project. It is not their personal money that is being used on this project. It is the taxpayers' money. So it means that you are in the right course. And I will applaud your committee on the job they are doing. All right. So thank you very much, viewers. So like we've started, Nyesom Wike, no verified report about any buy, as the case might be. We wish him well. We want him to actually survive so that he will see what Rivers State becomes, not to go at the time when this is no. He needs to see how Rivers State will bounce back. And again, we want to thank viewers for being out there for us. For people who has reached us on this very thing, our fact check has, said it all. But we keep our ears and eyes open as we normally without fire. There's no smoke without fire. So thank you very much. As for the people within the constituency, Anambra State, the quest for transparency and accountability has come to stay. And we keep talking about it every day. And even when the constituents are not considering an option of recall, the constituent, when pushed to the wall, will have no other alternative than move for recall. Those who are talking about 2027, 2027 is right here. However, I've heard so many people who mentioned about recall, but I keep saying, recall is not where the problem is. The problem is for the representative from the Senate and the House of Rep member to go back to their constituents and have a discussion and dialogue on this constituency project. It is not their personal project, and they must come back to their constituency to talk all about this, whether in a town hall, whether in their offices, but they must provide details for this very project. And they have the backing of the whole town in Anambra State. And I do advocate for others, wherever you are, in any community, that these projects are projects that have been budgeted for in the appropriation bill, and it is money that belongs to communities. Whether it is empowerment of widows, it is their money that is being allocated to them. Whether it is for building of or renovation of schools, whether it's building of roads, all of this is not their money. It is money that is meant for the constituency and not theirs. So we'll thank them for facilitating those projects and making it work. However, they ask them how they be, be the thing, wherever you day, whether you day for Lagos or you day for anywhere, whether in Abuja, wherever, make you ask your person where they carry project come. Tell and say, me they transparent, because we know the fraud where they work everywhere. But if they no one grid one, will begin to expose them one by one, because all of them there. Thank you so much for viewing with us. Share, like, subscribe. Tomorrow we'll be here again. For now, bye.